Hey everybody, welcome back to RCwithAdam Laboratories. Today we're going to be showing you two bags that don't work for me, and they might not work for you, and it's because they're too small. And that's basically it. So if you were going to get either one of these bags for your drone stuff, it's probably going to be too small. So you're welcome. Goodbye. But if you want to know more, you can watch this video and use the links down in the description below to either buy this bag or just support me by buying anything after you use that link, because it's an affiliate link and that's how affiliate links works. Thanks.
And hey, this video is sponsored by guess who? PCBWay, because PCBWay makes custom printed circuit boards. That's what PCB stands for. And they have thousands of options to choose from, like a friggin' ton, to put it in a technical manner. And they have a service where they will...
I have a lab coat, by the way. I'm wearing my lab coat. I just busted this baby out.
Take all those tons of components that you need and put them on a board to your specifications, according to your design. They can actually assemble it, build it, test it, and then send it right to your door, which is pretty cool. But if you don't like PCB stuff, they also offer rapid prototyping services to include sheet metal bending, CNC machining, injection molding, and my favorite, 3D printing. So if you're working on a project and you don't have access to that kind of equipment to make those prototypes, you might want to check out PCBWay.com. And I'll have a link to them down in the description below this video.
Now let's get started. So what I'm going to do is show you these bags, give you kind of a general overview and mostly a size comparison, and show you how large they are compared to common drones and drone equipment and that kind of thing, to give you an idea about what you can actually fit in here. So I'm going to show you my Pyrodrone bag that actually fits all my gear, and I was hoping to downsize from, but I don't think I'll be able to. Okay, so first of all, to give you a size comparison, I know this won't fit on the screen, I mean in the whole frame of the camera, but this is my Pyrodrone backpack, and it's basically a suitcase. It's really quite large, but it actually works out super great because it has everything I need. I just unzip it, and it's got dividers and all this stuff. However, it's really big and heavy, and sometimes I don't always need multiples of everything when I'm just going to go out, and maybe I'm just going to be using the Mavic, Mavic 3 or whatever DJI drone, and that really requires a lot less stuff than the FPV side of things. But these are all the things that I carry. I carry goggles, transmitter, tablet, batteries, chargers, transmitter, drone, and then, propellers and all kinds of other stuff. It's a big bag. So I have a video talking about this backpack, so we're not going to talk any more about that. First up is the Tarion TRH. So this one opens from the strap side, I'm going to call it, because it's confusing about what's the front and what's the back. So this one opens from the strap side, opens up like this. We've got a nice kind of a hard shell sort of container. This has a bunch of dividers in here, so that's pretty cool. I think overall this seems like it's really pretty good quality, and I would be happy using this as a more like a travel drone backpack, except that it is just a little bit too small for what I need. And it wouldn't really fit anything else. It would just be drone gear, and that's it. But you've got basically just a big open shell. This is a waterproof cover. And then here on this part here, I think it'll fit like a 16-inch laptop or something. In this sleeve section, you got a couple other sleeves, a few little pieces here. This is like a really loud kind of like ripstop nylon. Seems like pretty good quality though. It really does. The zippers feel smooth, and that's kind of the main part of it. First of all, for reference, here's a DJI Mavic 3 drone, and here's the DJI Goggles V2 for my FPV pilots out there. So this is kind of how we're looking. So really quickly, we're filling up, and you're like, okay, cool. Well, you can fit a drone, it can fit goggles. Can it fit a transmitter? Well, yeah, here's a Radio Master Pocket. We can fit that in there, okay, but we're going to need to fit, the transmitter and tablet for the drone or the smart controller, and we're going to need to fit batteries for that drone, and then we haven't even put the FPV drone in here. So an FPV drone, to give you another size comparison, here is a 5-inch, pretty much standard size 5-inch frame, and this is pretty much like taking up kind of the whole space with the propellers on. And the thing about this one is, let's say we just close this up for now. So I can feel my goggles. They're kind of sticking out a bit. They're sticking out above the shell right here. And I don't like that. So because the back part is not really, it's firm. There is kind of a hard shell, but it's still like bendable. So the goggles would be pressing against there. So really we would need to like set the goggles down like that. And so you can see then we're even taking up more space. Okay, and then let's say we close it and we zip it. Okay, so not too bad, but let's see. No, that seems pretty good on the back portion. I don't feel it pressing against there. And then on this back side, this would be pretty much the spot where you would attach your drones. It's got little snaps. Okay, so you could, you could strap as many drones in here as you could. I mean, just because there's kind of, 2 little straps doesn't mean you're limited to 1 or 2 drones. You could do however many you wanted to. The straps are adjustable. So that's not too bad, really. But for me, the thing is, I don't actually like carrying my drones on the outside of the bag. And then, with this particular type of bag, you run into the issue of when it's time to take your stuff out of your bag and go and, fly once you get to your spot or whatever. Well, then you got a bunch of drones strapped to the back portion, and then you need to, either take the drones off or the drones just get smashed. And personally, I don't really like that. And then on the side, we have some pockets. We do have these. We do have a strap on both sides. Both sides have a strap. They have this like stretchy pocket here. Stretchy pockets, okay? They got a strap. So you could strap other stuff. You could strap a tripod. Is kind of what the idea is. You could strap more drones. Not too bad. This seems pretty good reinforced stitching on the handle. I feel like it's actually a decent kind of handle going on there. The straps seem pretty good too, pretty padded. This is just a very pretty, well, I don't know, I'm sure what I was saying there. Anywho, so overall, pretty good quality, but just kind of small, It does have a little zipper in here on the shoulder strap, and it has a zipper in here, okay? So, but, that's the thing, is like, there's not a whole lot of extra room. There's not a big, like, dump pouch, for broken propellers or other stuff that you just want to kind of cram in there, maybe just for one time of flying. So you can see then we're kind of out of room all of a sudden. And you can get creative with how you rearrange it. The more of these padded dividers that you add, the more space you're going to take up, and then you'll have less space for your actual gear. So keep that in mind. Again, the drone, this is a 5-inch size drone, and it's pretty much propeller tip to propeller tip. Okay, it's taking up that space there. And then you know what? This might help out a lot of my other drone guys. And then if you have a TX16S, you can pretty much just forget about this bag, because this thing like takes up almost the whole bag. So, I mean, I guess you could fit your transmitter, goggles, and like some batteries, and that's it. Because this transmitter is gigantic. And now we have the Mosiso. This one has almost a rubbery feeling outer texture. We do have a strap on the sides. We do have this little pocket that folds out, which is actually kind of cool. And then I guess the idea is you hold like a tripod. So kind of useless if you're not using a tripod, but that's kind of cool. It's got this zipper, which actually I just noticed is really loud. That would get annoying. This one is definitely cheaper. It feels cheaper. It has this little stretchy pocket on the side, which is kind of like, that's kind of okay, but okay, we have this pocket in the back, or the strap side, for like a laptop. So basically a laptop sleeve on the strap side. These zippers definitely feel cheaper. The handle is like, has like foam or something inside of it. But not really like reinforced stitching. I mean, it is reinforced, but it's not like double stitched like the other one, like the Tarion or the TRH. All right, so now let's unzip it. Definitely, smooth zippers, but they feel a lot cheaper. They feel smaller. And then we have this guy right here. So this is our hard kind of backing plate. Okay, and then we just have two zip compartments right here. So only very thin items could even go in here. And then we have the main compartment, and this is pretty bare bones. On this one, we just have strips of Velcro, whereas on the TRH, it was like the whole material was that sort of, it was basically a fabric material that all of these dividers could stick to, whereas on this one, we just have strips of Velcro or fuzzy-sided Velcro on the top and, or towards the top and bottom on the sides. Okay, so that's what we've got going on. So this one, I think I didn't even take these apart because I realized it was so small. Let's take these out of here. So just, or at least take them kind of apart. So just to get you an idea of what we're looking at, let's put our Mavic 3 in here. And I know the Mavic 3 is, you know, it's a little big. It's kind of big. If you have something else, it might be a little smaller, but that just kind of gives you an idea. So Mavic 3, goggles, okay, and then transmitter. All right, and that's tiny. It's so tiny. And also, we don't have any dividers in between these. You see what I'm saying here? So like you would have to have basically, this really would be more something like if you have a camera and a few lenses. I could see that being a thing, but this guy like just doesn't even really fit in here like at all. Or maybe you put the goggles here maybe or something like, and then the goggles are actually going to hit that as well because they're going to stand up too tall if you stand them up like this. So it's just really, really small, basically, is what it comes down to. I'm not crazy about the design of it overall. Because for one thing, there's nothing to strap anything to on this side, which is kind of cool because it's like super sleek and streamlined, but then there's nothing to strap anything to. In fact, there's nothing to strap. There's just this one strap here on the side, and there's no buckle, so you'd have to shove something in there. So this is very much not ideal for drone flying, basically, is the bottom line for this one. And also just because it's so darn small, I won't be using this as well. But it seemed so good on Amazon when I was looking at buying it. You know, it seemed like such a great bag and all this stuff, and they're showing people like smashing it and it being super durable, and you can put all kinds of things inside it and your life would be better with it. But it turns out that that is not the case, and so I have basically just been using my Pyrodrone bag, and I just lug that thing around. And the nice thing though about that is I pretty much have everything with me that I could possibly need, and it fits so much. The only thing is it just weighs a lot. Hopefully this video was helpful to you, finding out blah blah blah, I don't know. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you again very soon. If you have comments or questions about these bags for somebody else who's watching this video, maybe you could help them out, leave those down in the comments section below this video. Thanks for watching, keep on flying, and I will see you again very soon.